The word is out. These two are simply amazing. We're going to talk more about them. You can find all kinds of video and YouTube out there on them, because if you can't be here, there's certainly a sight to see. Y'all give a great big welcome from Asheville, North Carolina. It's Chris Rodriguez and Abby the Spoon Lady.
I wrote this song on the side of my bed. It's called Mr. Man. Me and my mom used to work for a lady that didn't treat us too friendly, and she'd cuss at us and call us names. One time my mom had a favorite flower she had to plant while she was planting ferns and flowers and trees and things on her porch. And the next morning she came in and the lady said, "How do you like your flower now?" And it was dead because she had done peed in it. So it wasn't very nice. So. Also, at the same time working that job, I got music on television and didn't get paid for it. I wasn't doing too hot at the time, so that wasn't very easy to stand. So I wrote this song, Mr. Man. Worked hard for herself, cleaning up big houses, keeping dust up off the shelf. She never made much more than enough to keep afloat. She kept our heads above the water with a hole in our boat. I got me a job, the only job that I could find, at a cabin rental business way out in the pines. $5 an hour, all the money that I earned. And the rich get rich by stepping on the board was what I learned. Well, maybe I'm dirty. It hurts to get stepped on, spit in the face, run to the ground. As much as it hurts, I've always kept on. It's strong as a rock, but I'm getting kicked around. Full of mountain men, and I went into the city, and I got robbed with a pen. He was a smooth talking snake, slithered out of New York town. If I'd have known that he was rotten, I would have cut him down. He worked my fingers to the bone, and I never saw a cent. And now I got nothing to show for all the time I spent. Well, the world, and soon we all get burned. And the rich get rich by stepping on the pole. What I learned, well, maybe I'm done. It hurts to get stepped on, spit in the face, run to the ground. As much as it hurts, I've always kept on. It's strong as a rock, without you kicked around. Kept on, it's strong as a rock when I'm getting kicked around.
This is Abby the Spoon Lady and Chris Rodriguez with us here today on the Blue Plate special.
Hi.
Hi. Abby's actually going to talk to y'all here. So these two have been causing a bit of a stir out there amongst social media and Facebook and YouTube and those kind of things. I want to point out that there's our volunteer Diane and part of WDVX made me aware of the Washington Post article that's out there about these two. It came out about a month ago, and it's a perfectly written, very informative history and background on these two.
10,000 words, and they even had an actor read it too.
Yeah, you don't have to read it. There's actually, you can push a button and you can listen to it as well. Yes, audio.
I was hoping he was going to make like funny.
Sorry for all the wood.
Bell noises and stuff with his
Like, he'll
toes.
talk a little squeaky when he's talking like me or something.
Both of these two from totally different backgrounds, yet very similar lifestyles. Abby, back in the day, had a lot of musical friends, and she liked to travel and tour and hang out. She was finding her place there. and someone showed her the spoons, and thank goodness they did that. The rest of it's all Abby. It's, you know, she's not just a spoon player, but a performance artist. That, I think in that articles where I read it, he described it as she's not just playing percussion, but she's sort of tap dancing a melody throughout Chris's tunes, which I think is a really good way to look at it. It's not just sitting there playing percussion on some spoons.
Yeah, well, it's kind of silly though, because Chris is actually the one that's doing 1,000 things at once.
He is. And
I would be
Chris,
lost without him.
there's also, you did a little home video there of Chris doing what he does, and that's making stuff out of stuff and playing it with his feet. So, Chris, you want to kind of tell people what you got going on down there?
Sure. I'm sitting on an old Samsonite suitcase that I've screwed a hinge onto and put a pedal on to hit it like a drum. And on my left foot, I got some scrap leather that I put tambourine jingles on that I've had since I was a little kid, and onto a spur like you ride horses, you know, the spur on the back of your boot with bottle caps. And then I stomp on a piece of wood that's got a license plate with more jingles on it. And there's a homemade cymbal thing that I made. I hit it with a lever. It was the coat hanger that came in the suitcase, I guess, and I bent it up. Made a lever out of it.
Folks, you can't buy one of those at Walmart. You got to talk to Chris, but I can hook you up.
We keep hoping for that Samsonite sponsor.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe Coach Leather. Just saying, pitch it, people, pitch it. Okay, so yeah, like I said, the story is really amazing, and we could talk all day about the story behind these two, but you're just going to have to go to the article and read it. But I do want to talk a little bit about their place in Asheville amongst the musicians. Abby heads up the busking coalition over there, and we want to kind of explain to people, we don't have that here in Knoxville. There's a lot. We have buskers, but they have a lot more in Asheville, and sometimes that can get competitive.
I actually came up to Knoxville from Asheville not that long ago for a city meeting having to do with street performance and public space. But yeah, in Asheville we have a lot of street music, and we've tried really hard to keep it a permit-free situation. So if any of y'all in Radio Land or y'all in the audience want to go street performing in Asheville, it's a permit-free situation. It's still a permit-free situation in Knoxville, and I hope it stays that way because it's important. It's important.
Very important.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, and also, Abby has a radio show over in Asheville, and basically deals with street performance and occasionally bringing out some storytelling about hoboing in both the day and the new day.
I started getting into radio. My radio show's in Asheville. It's 103.3 Asheville FM, and it's Wednesdays 11 to 1. But I started doing radio because I was too scared to talk in front of people looking at me. And so for me, it was a way to practice without feeling like I got people staring at me. It was like playing music alone with your friends.
Right.
Kind of a weird feeling, but it was great, and it got me over that bump. And so now Chris and Chris does some storytelling too. We do storytelling nights, and we talk a lot about, we talk a little bit about traveling and things like that, but mostly it's about not judging a book by its cover. It's about, reaching out to your neighbors, doing what's right, trusting God, and making sure that you're just being a good person and kind of
And
get that out.
people get it, y'all. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. I do the Facebook thing out there. Had 2,000-3,000 friends out there. Abby's got over 400,000 followers. when you learn about her, you get it. So y'all certainly check them out. Merch available right over there. The CD's called Working on Wall Street. Yeah, there's a meaning behind that. You'll get it. Actually, we have a Wall Street over here, which last time they were here, they wouldn't bust on, which I thought was pretty funny because they were working on Wall Street for real. Feel free to stop by the merch table, shake their hand after the show. Certainly find them. ChrisRodMusic.com, SpoonLadyMusic.com. They're on Facebook, social media, Google them, they're everywhere.
We're going to be doing an animated web series coming up this spring too, so be looking for that.
And also a Christmas show, December 21st. Is that still in the works in Johnson
Yeah, at
City?
the Willow Tree in Johnson City. We're going to be playing with Bill and the Bells, who are awesome. We love them.
And the
Look
local
them up.
honeys as well. Those girls are awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a really great night. We've done the Jingle Bell Jamboree. This is the third year. that
Yeah,
we've done
third.
this. So we hope to keep doing it. We've talked about maybe doing it in some other cities in the future too.
I could sit and talk to her forever. But I'm going to back on out of the way, y'all. It's Chris Rodriguez and Abby the Spoon Lady on the Blue Blade Special.
This next song I wrote on the side of my bed. Me and my mom used to clean houses and take care of people and stuff like that. In case you didn't know, this song's called Mean Old Mrs. Jones. string back up here real quick. We're going to, Abby thinks that helps, but. So this next song we're going to do, we've been singing this probably since we met, and I forgot about singing it, and we were doing the sound check, and it just kind of came out, so we said, oh, let's do that one. It's called Do Lord Remember Me. I knew it was in the key of, well, I'm playing a G harp in case anybody's wanting to blow along.
Special. They've got one more tune for y'all here today. But how about we get one more round of applause for Sister in the first time? Again, you can find more information on them by searching them on Facebook, and also tonight they'll be at the Laurel Theater in Fort Sanders. We're going to invite everybody back again tomorrow. We're going to do this all over again. Kayla Woodson will be here along with Caney Creek Company. So make some plans and join us again. You know, we are a listener-supported radio station here at WDVX. There's always a donation box back there in the back of the room. A few bucks in the box helps us keep the good music going here on the Blue Plate Special. ChrisRodMusic.com and SpoonLadyMusic.com. The CD Working on Wall Street, available right over there at the merch table. I don't think you can find a more unique stocking stuffer.
Hey, Susan. You can find it on iTunes and Spotify and all those places.
All right. And, you know, shake an outie with them. Just say thank you, y'all, after the show. Make them feel welcome. And, again, search them out there.
I do too.
On the internet as well. Guys, it's just been great having you here with us once again. And be careful. I hope all y'all are got a good warm feeling leaving here today. It's been a great show, and will you all close us out with one last tune?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna play a song I wrote on the side of my bed.
Another one.
We need to keep Chris in the bedroom. Start something.
Well, I woke up with the blues one morning and wrote this song, so I called it I Wake Up With the Blues. If I fall back in love, well, the same thing that'll help you again. I got kicked out of my home the first thing on Christmas Day. I got kicked out of my home the first thing on Christmas Day. I had no job, had no money, and I had no other place to stay. Some say it's a feeling, I think it's a doggone curse.
Can't be still.
Some say it's a feeling, I think it's a doggone curse. I wake up, that little mama, it gets bad, then it gets worse. I wake up, that little mama, I just roll back in my bed. Now I just roll back in my bed. 'Cause I don't wanna think about all the troubles floating down my head. 'Cause I don't wanna think about all the troubles floating down my head. 'Cause I don't wanna think about all the troubles floating down my head.
Did they get lost?
I think they did.
Yeah.
Colors of the